level. Good evening, using Bali time. Hopefully, I meet all of you in a healthy, happy, and wealthy way. Hopefully, even though the challenge of our time is very challenging, billions of people lose their job, economic growth negative in certain corner of the world. It means that there are a lot of darkness outside, but I am never tired to share to all of you. Do not let the outer darkness give birth to the inner darkness. On the contrary, let the darkness outside giving birth to the light inside. Let the darkness outside giving birth to the light inside. That is what I keep sharing this in social media, especially how to let the outer darkness giving birth to the inner darkness. Meditation is one of the approach. Why meditation is one of the best approach? Like the light of electricity, which synthesizing the negative and the positive. Meditation also the same. If you keep being a witness, not rejecting the negative, attaching the positive, if you keep being the witness, there is a beautiful synthesis inside. That kind of synthesis can give birth to the inner light. That is also our main topic this evening, because we are going to discuss about surrender to wholeness. Wholeness means not choosing positive above negative. Wholeness means synthesizing both negative and positive. The Tibetan call it as Rigpa. Rigpa meaning nothing negative to reject, nothing positive to attach. Simply, that is the simple explanation. The deeper meaning of Rigpa cannot be explained. It is beyond words. In the process of waiting for 1,000 friends who are going to join us, especially we will start our discussion by spending 5 minutes meditating together. Let me refresh some of previous lessons, especially about loneliness. In this coronavirus cycle of time, people are guided to stay at home, social distancing. There are positive implications about social distancing, of course. But one of the negative implications is there are many people experience loneliness. Actually, loneliness happens is not because of the absence of friends. Loneliness happens because the absence of self-acceptance. As soon as you accept yourself as you are, you will be totally free with loneliness. In the West especially, where the statistic is little bit open rather than in the Eastern society like us, loneliness has killed many people. Loneliness giving birth to the stress opening the gate of negative biochemical reactions of the brain, body poisoning itself because of the negative biochemical reactions of the brain. For that reason, please don't forget, keep inside the heart. Loneliness is not the absence of friends, but it is the absence of self-acceptance. For that reason, in order to minimize the negative impact of this dark cycle of time, remember to be the good friend of yourself. That is self-acceptance. As I keep writing in social media especially, self-acceptance is like a beautiful inner sunrise. As soon as the inner sunrise appears inside, all the darkness inside will naturally disappear. how to make the inner sun rise? Remember, self-acceptance. Among 7 billion people on earth, a person like you is only one, like fingerprint. No one who has fingerprint the same exactly like you. The same thing happened with a person with your uniqueness and your unique characteristic. There's only one among 7 billion people on earth. You will become the diamond on this earth if you keep learning to accept yourself as you are. The direct implications, when you accept yourself as you are, you will heal yourself from the dangerous disease of loneliness. Loneliness is very dangerous, but I give you the medicine, the beautiful medicines of self-acceptance. As further suggestion, don't compare your life with those people who have higher achievement. That is dangerous. Like you have no job, but you compare yourself with the people who have wealthy job. It's dangerous. You cannot compare apple with orange. Apple is apple, orange is orange. You cannot compare fish with eagle. That's why the famous physicist Albert Einstein once said, if you measure fish using the measurement of eagle, measure eagle using the measurement of fish, and then all beings appear to be idiot. You yourself will appear to be idiot if you keep comparing yourself with the others, especially those who have higher achievement than you. Please don't compare. You are you. That is the first important step to develop self-acceptance inside. Beautiful inner sunrise. The second one, never underestimate the power of smile. Never underestimate the power of smile. Smile is not a small matter. Some of you who never learn to smile, you will think that smile is only something to do with the lips. No, it is much deeper than the lips. The more you smile, then the grip of the negative mind will be loosening from one time to another time. The more you smile, the more beautiful your heart. That's why it is understandable an expert on microbiology from Japan, his name is Professor Kazuo Murakami. His beautiful book is The Switch, explicitly makes statement in The Switch. Smile is the most important switch that available inside. Remember, first of all, in order to develop self-acceptance, don't compare. The second one, learn to smile. Never underestimate the power of smile. Smile is not something small. Inner power which can change the directions of your life. The third and the last one, in order to develop self-acceptance, change the question is changing life direction. Let me repeat once again, since this is very important. Changing the question is changing life direction. Especially when bad things happen, please do not ask the question, why me? What wrong with me? No, that is not the question. The question is, what is the lesson that I can get from what happened? That is what I mean by changing the question, changing life direction. Please do not ask the question, what wrong with me? Why me? That is the wrong question. The right question is, what kind of lesson that I can get from this event? That is what I mean, changing the question, changing life direction. As soon as you raise the right question, you will go to the right direction. That's why it is very important to change the question. Because question is like the mother of the answer. If the mother is wrong, the answer is wrong. So that's why I keep sharing to all of you, whenever bad things happen, do not ask the question, why me? What wrong with me? No, that is not the question. Change the question from what wrong with me into what kind of lesson that I can get from this, what happened. If you keep changing the question, you keep changing the directions of life. Remember, first of all, don't compare yourself with the others, especially those who have higher achievement. Second, smile. A third one, changing the question, changing the life direction. That is my tips this evening before we meditate together. The beautiful inner sunrise, which is self-acceptance, in order to avoid the outer darkness, giving birth to the inner darkness. What I am suggesting is to let the outer darkness giving birth to the inner light. Now we enter 18 minutes past 6 p.m. Bali time. We are going to meditate before we are going to discuss the topic of surrender to wholeness. We will spend around 5 minutes together just to make your mind clear and clean, to make the heart clear and clean. It is easier to the light wicks flowing through me to dispel your inner darkness if your mind and heart are clean and clear. Now we are going to meditate. First of all, remember, cross your leg in order to avoid downward movement of energy. Back, head straight but relaxed. Your wings make it natural. Positions of your hands totally up to you as long as it is natural and relaxed. Open your eyes a little bit. Now we are going to meditate. As you grow mature on the path of meditation, you will understand the innermost core of meditation is to take a perfect rest, resting the mind from any kind of inner critic and inner conflict. That is the innermost core of meditation. While Western education in general is very busy to remove the negative and very busy to put something negative inside, meditation does not recommend to you to remove something negative or to put something positive inside. The only thing which is recommended by meditation is to take a rest, especially because everything is the dancings of the same perfection. Everything is the smile of the same Buddha, if you like. If you stop removing the negative from inside, if you stop being busy putting something positive inside, at the same time being a witness, rest in this moment as it is, you are entering the innermost core of meditation. To put it more practical, rest the mind on the gap between two breaths. Between out breath and in breath, there is a gap. Simply feel the gap. Simply feel without negative and positive. Simply feel. In the moment when you are one with the gap between two breaths, remember to smile. Smile strongly, indicating that you are no longer a victim, now you are a master. As I keep sharing to all of you from one guided meditation to another guided meditation, there are 3 golden steps into inner heaven, inner nirvana. Accept, flow, smile. Whatever the blessing of this moment, simply accept, because everything is the dancings of the same perfection. Smile, because you are no longer the victim, now you are a master. Flow, because in this universe, everything keeps flowing. Even the stone at the subatomic level also keep flowing. Accept, flow, smile. As the natural natures of water which is wet, as the natural natures of flower which is beautiful, the natural natures of wisdom and silence is full of love. For that reason, as soon as we open our eyes from meditation, remember to whisper the beautiful mantra Aham Prama deep in the soul, meaning I am love who is here to share love. Aham Prama, Aham Prama, Aham Prama. I am love who is here to share love. Thank you, thousands friends who join our guided meditation. Just 5 minutes. It's a beautiful meditation. Now we are ready to discuss the beautiful topic about surrender to wholeness. In the last 2 days in ashram, when we are going to celebrate Compassion Day tomorrow, the 2nd of March 2021, we are going to celebrate Compassion Day, which is the same as my birthday. Something weird and strange happened here in Ashram Avalokiteshwara, in the high mountain in northern part of Bali. I have been permanently stay here around 9 years after my retirement on 2012. Usually, rainbow is very rare here. Sometimes once in a year, sometimes only once in 6 months. But the strange thing happened for the last 2 days. Yesterday morning, in my room, double rainbow covered my room. It was like an umbrella. This morning, the picture was taken by Albert here. It is like a bridge that connecting earth with the sky. This evening, again, within 2 days, there are 3 rainbows. When I do small exercise, centering yoga, I call it as centering yoga, suddenly in the eastern direction, I saw again double rainbow. 3 rainbows within 2 days. I keep contemplating with the inner guru? The answer is beautiful. Rainbow is the symbol of wholeness, the topic that we are going to discuss this evening, surrender to wholeness. The thing that you don't like is like hot sunshine. The thing that you like is like small rainfall. When both meet, that is the beautiful rainbow of life. That is also wholeness. As that is the beautiful message that I heard in this evening in ashram. Now we are going to discuss surrender to wholeness. It is a little bit more advanced topic. Very few people who are interested in this topic, but no problem. Since not all people are interested in the higher level of the teaching. As I keep sharing from time to time, most of the energy drain come from negative and critical mind. As soon as the body having a lot of energy draining, the body can easily infected by any kind of illness. For your information, the most important reason why people experience energy draining from the mind because they fail to understand wholeness. Inner conflict, like blaming yourself, guilty feeling, soul wound, bad memory. Inner conflicts which invite the coming of outer conflict, also deeply rooted in the inability to live in wholeness. The same thing happens with negative biochemical reactions of the brain. As I told you before, the biochemical reactions of the brain is the intersection point where body, mind, and spirit meet. Those who have problematic life, suffering soul, usually think negatively about the life. As a result, the biochemical reactions of the brain producing cortisol, adrenaline, which poison the body. Again, the root is the inability to live in wholeness. It is very important for that reason to deeply understand wholeness. Wholeness is not only a beautiful understanding which opens the gate of healing, but also can open the gate of peace. As soon as you live in wholeness, the energy draining that comes out from the mind will totally stop. The inner conflicts which invite the coming of outer conflict also stop. The biochemical reactions of the brain will be far healthier if you live in wholeness. So that's why today, at the peak of our meeting on the journey to celebrate Compassion Day tomorrow, 2nd of March 2021, we will discuss a little bit advanced topic, surrender to wholeness. Since we live in the cycle of time, which most of the people language is science and technology, I try to use the language of science and technology to explain wholeness. One of the famous physicists in 80 and 90, when I was still active teaching in the university, his name is Fritjof Capra. Fritjof Capra is the author of the Tao of Physics. One of the beautiful book of Fritjof Capra is the title is Hidden Connection. There is hidden connection among everything that happen in the universe. Like the connection between human being and the plant. Without the plant, we don't have any clean oxygen. The connection between human being and animal, we have no enough nutrition. The same thing happened with our challenging time of coronavirus. One of the important things is people destroyed the forest everywhere. hidden connection. That is the language of Fritjof Capra when he explained about wholeness. In my time also, there is a famous social anthropologist. His name is Gregory Bateson. I still keep his book. The title of the book is Steps into an Ecology of Mind. Gregory Bateson explained wholeness in a beautiful explanation. The pattern that connect. In our time, the most famous meditation teacher, his name is His Holiness Thich Nhat Hanh, a famous meditation teacher, maybe the most famous one in our cycle of time. His Holiness Thich Nhat Hanh. The most important teaching of His Holiness Thich Nhat Hanh is interbeing. What His Holiness Thich Nhat Hanh called as interbeing, Gregory Bateson called as the pattern that connect, Fritjof Capra called as hidden connection. Those things explain the same wholeness. And the clearest scientist who explain wholeness in this case is the physicist David Bohm. His most beautiful book is Health and Implicate Order. The well-known physicist David Bohm make a clear conclusion, now still available in YouTube. Millions of people watch his video. The word health comes from the word whole. It is hard to imagine there will be health if you don't deeply understand wholeness. That is not my conclusion. That is the conclusions of the famous physicist. His name David Bohm. His book is Health and the Implicate Order. And the beautiful work of David Bohm have been quoted everywhere, not only among the physicists, but also meditation master and many healers quote the beautiful conclusions of David Bohm. Health comes from whole. It is impossible to experience perfect health if we do not understand wholeness. For that reason, this evening, I am going to share to you the beautiful topic of surrender to wholeness. Some of you may raise a question. What is wholeness? That is a beautiful question. What is wholeness? This is the way I keep explaining wholeness, since wholeness is the deepest root of healing, the deepest root of peace. This is how I keep explaining wholeness to my close students. As universe cannot remove the night, because in the universe there is day and night, as ocean cannot remove the wave, as the rose cannot remove the thorn, life also cannot remove death. Health, you only deeply understand health if you experience disease. Darkness is here not to attack the light. Darkness is here to brighten the light. That is wholeness. Let me repeat once again, just to make the idea clear. As universe cannot remove the night, as the ocean cannot remove the wave, as the rose cannot remove the thorn, you cannot remove the negative things in life like sadness, bad mood, suffering, illness. You cannot remove it. In the same way, life cannot remove death, like the light cannot remove the darkness, because without darkness there will be no light. That is wholeness. If you deeply understand and practice this idea of wholeness, you have all the capacity to heal yourself. Because behind all disease, there is always the deepest root of the inability to live in wholeness. That is wholeness. Now the question then, after I answer your question, what is wholeness? How to surrender to wholeness? Yesterday evening, I give you the beautiful mantra. Acknowledge the wave, stay with the ocean. That's beautiful mantra. In the moment when you fail, please whisper to yourself the mantra. Acknowledge the wave, stay with the ocean. In the moment you have bad mood, bad memory, deeply whisper into your soul. Acknowledge the wave, stay with the ocean. Borrowing the language of neuroscientists, the expert of human brain, even in the stage of enlightenment, in the stage of gamma and delta, there is still wave in the brain. If the wave stop, it means you die. Even in the stage of perfect enlightenment, in the stage of gamma, there is still wave. Even the Buddha has the wave in his own brain. The difference between the enlightened and the unenlightened is simple. The unenlightened, the suffering soul, being drawn by the wave. They are happy when the life go up, sad when go down. They want to commit suicide when being blamed. They celebrate with big party when they are being praised. That is the wave. In any kind of moment, sadness or happiness, sorrow or joy, pain and pleasure. Please always remember yesterday evening mantra. Acknowledge the wave, stay with the ocean. That is the mantra. In the ancient time, this kind of suggestion is only written in the book of meditation. But nowadays, in our modern time, one of the famous professor of psychology from University of Harvard, her name is Susan David. In her beautiful book, the title of is Agile Emotion, also recommend to you wholeness. To put it simply, the conclusions of the book Agile Emotion. Don't run away from negative emotion. Don't try to manipulate negative emotion. Stay there. Be the good friend of your negative emotion. What I mean by stay there, those negative emotion is like dark cloud. They just coming and going. But you are not the dark clouds. You are the witnessing blue sky. The same thing also recommended by Daniel Goleman, his emotional intelligence. Nowadays, there are a lot of famous scientists from well-known universities like Harvard, which keep recommending to you the idea of wholeness. Susan David is one of the examples. Daniel Goleman is another example. In short, if you want to surrender to wholeness, remember the beautiful mantra of acknowledge the wave, stay with the ocean. Every time you experience bad memory, bad mood, sadness, do not run away from those negative experiences. Don't try to manipulate by judging the others, judging yourself, or by quoting Holy Scripture. That is a kind of manipulation. The best suggestion, stay with the ocean. The wave is still there, but you are no longer the wave. You are now the ocean. As ocean cannot remove the wave, you cannot remove the negative emotion. For that reason, remember, embrace both your dark part and bright part. Embrace. So that's why I keep saying to all of you in guided meditation, there are 3 golden steps into inner nirvana, inner heaven. Accept, flow, smile. That is the beautiful step to wholeness. Embrace, don't run away. Professor Susan David of psychology from the Harvard University, most of the people, especially the suffering soul, whenever they have bad mood, sadness, or those dark inner darkness, first of all, they will judge the others. After judging the others, judging themselves, and then try to run away. That is unhealthy steps to heal yourself. Don't do that. What I'm suggesting to you is acknowledge the wave. All of us have our own wave. I myself also sometimes experience bad mood. Sometimes I have also conflict with my wife, even though the frequency is far less than in the past. There is wave inside me. But in the moment of wave, I keep reminding myself with the beautiful mantra, acknowledge the wave, stay with the ocean. So that's why a great poet, Jalaluddin Rumi, some of you who know Jalaluddin Rumi, a beautiful soul from Konya, northern part of Greek. You are not a drop of water who keep seeking the ocean. You are ocean inside a drop of water. That's a beautiful message, a beautiful message of wholeness. Only a great soul who can make such kind of beautiful statement. You are not a drop of water who keep seeking the ocean. You are ocean inside a drop of water. If you deeply understand this message, that is wholeness. Jalaluddin Rumi is a great soul. I admire him. A person around 13th century in the northern part of Greece, in a small town called Konya. Again, what I mean by surrender to wholeness, no matter how deep you meditate, even you enter the stage of delta and gamma, which is the stage of perfect enlightenment, there is still wave in your brain. But please make a note. Whisper deep into your soul the beautiful mantra, acknowledge the wave, stay with the ocean. Maybe when you first of all whisper this mantra, maybe you don't understand. Simply continue, just keep it in the mind, read deep in the heart. Acknowledge the wave, stay with the ocean. First of all, you just memorize it. Don't understand. Please memorize. One day you will deep understand. Oh, that is the meaning. Acknowledge the wave, stay with the ocean. Another explanation about surrender to wholeness. I keep sharing to you in guided meditation especially, you are universe manifesting into human body. Meaning you are both darkness and light. Some of you who study astrobiology know 70% of the energy in this universe is dark energy. 70% of the energy is in the universe is dark energy. If you fight against the dark energy, you can predict who will become the winner because they are 70%. But the beautiful thing about wholeness, don't fight against darkness. Don't fight. Please deeply understand, darkness is here not to attack the light. Darkness is here to brighten the light. Illness is not the opening gate toward death. Illness is the opening gate into change. If you change your lifestyle in the moment of having illness, you will be saved by illness. For example, you have diabetes. After the conclusions of laboratory test that you have diabetes, first of all, consume less sugar. The second one, remember the beautiful message, the spiritual message behind diabetes. Life is not only consists of something sweet. In some part of life, life is also full of bitter. Both sweetness and bitterness, both are you. That is the spiritual message behind diabetes. if you change your lifestyle after infected by diabetes by consuming less sugar and deeply listen to the spiritual message behind hidden angel of diabetes, then diabetes does not here to kill you, but diabetes is here to save you. That is another practical explanations about surrender to wholeness. To make the idea more practical, because this is a little bit advanced idea, surrender to wholeness. Usually only the advanced traveler who are interested in this idea. Now I'll give you 3 tips in order to make the idea of surrender to wholeness clear and clean to you. First of all, learn to grow from seeing reality as you wish into a reality as it is. This is very important transition in spirituality. Most of the suffering soul, they see life as they wish. Like seeing the naughty children. Oh, how come? What wrong with me? How can I have the naughty children like that? That is, you see the reality as you wish. Maybe you have a angry husband. Oh, how come? What kind of mistakes that I committed in the past life? I have such kind of angry husband. That is, you see the life as you wish. Maybe some of you have a wife which is speaking too much, make you angry. No, how come? What kind of mistakes that I committed in the past? I can have such kind of talkative wife. That is the reality as wish, which is the source of many suffering. The first tips in order to surrender to wholeness, please remember to grow from the seeing reality as you wish into seeing reality as it is. What I mean by seeing reality as it is, fish is happy in the ocean. Birds are happy in the sky. Both are different, but both of them are happy as they are. You know, butterfly live in the garden. Worm live in the dirty mud. Both are different, but both are happy as they are. Coconut tree grow beautifully on the beach, hot beach. But some other trees grow in the cold forest. They are different, but they are happy as they are. That is what I mean by seeing reality as it is. If you want to deeply understand wholeness as the deepest root of healing and peace, remember to grow from seeing reality as you wish into seeing reality as it is. That is a very fundamental shift in your mind, which will influence not only the quality of your healing, but also the quality of your peace. Remember, shifting the mind from seeing reality as you wish into a reality as it is. Very fundamental transformation. I myself experienced a lot of healing and peace because of transforming my mind from seeing reality as I wish to seeing reality as it is. I experienced long years of the dark nights of the soul. That is the terminology of psychologist Carl Jung. In the moment of the dark nights of the soul, I use this framework of the mind. I keep training myself, growing from seeing reality as I wish into seeing reality as it is. Strangely, the one who is healed is not only myself, but the close people are also healed. That is the first tips of surrendering to wholeness. Remember, to grow from reality as you wish into a reality as it is. First tips. The second tips is learn to be in harmony with the present moment. Like what I have in guided, like what we experience in guided meditation this evening in Ashram Avalokiteswara. There are the sound of motorcycle 2 times, because that's it. Learn not to blame the motorcycle, the rider of motorcycle, because like us, they also want to be happy. The second tips of wholeness, learn to be in harmony with this moment. Whatever the blessing of this moment, from the noisy sounds of motorcycle until peace of mind, learn to be in harmony. So that's why in English, the now is called the present. Another meaning of the present is the gift. The gift. Some of you who love spending enough time with children know. Children never get tired. The most important reason why children never get tired, because they are perfectly in harmony with this moment. So that's why when I teach meditation for 1,000 people before the crisis of coronavirus, I keep guiding my students by singing the song of the children, simply to teach them being in one with this present moment by singing the song of the children. Thank you for the world so sweet. Thank you for the food we eat. Thank you for the birds that sing. Thank you, Lord, for everything. You know, in the moment of singing, you are in harmony with this moment. You forget about the past, you forget about the future, you are in harmony with this moment. That is the second tips of surrender to wholeness. Being perfectly in harmony with this moment. Smile, an everlasting smile, the smile that you bring here to me. Singing a song is one of the important ways to be in harmony with this moment. So that's why some of researchers on happiness make a beautiful conclusion. One of the important characteristics that you have healthy seed of happiness inside. You keep singing when you are alone. That is also I do in my daily life in ashram. Whenever I'm alone, I just keep singing a song. Whenever I meet butterfly, I sing the song about butterfly. When there is rainfall, I sing about rainfall. Rain, rain, go away. Little children want to play. Rain, rain, go away. Sing. The second tips of surrender to wholeness, perfectly in harmony with this moment. One of the beautiful steps is singing a song, singing a beautiful song. I call it anchor of joy. Meeting butterfly, singing about butterfly. Meeting rainfall, singing about rainfall. Meeting rainbow, singing about rainbow. Pelangi, pelangi, alangkah indahmu. That's anchor of joy. You know. Whatever you meet, use it as the moment of joy. You remember about your mother. Mother, how are you today? Here is a note from your daughter. Everything with me is okay. Mother, How are you today? That is one of the beautiful steps. Being in harmony with this moment. Singing a song, one of the action steps that I am recommending to you. The first tips, remember to grow from seeing reality as you wish into seeing reality as it is. The second one, learn to be perfectly in harmony with this moment. Singing a song is one of the approaches. The third and the deepest approach is rest in the gap. This is the deepest object of meditation that I know. Feel the gap between two breaths. When certain memory come from the past, suppose that I remember my brother. After remembering my brother, I remember my father. Between two memory both brother and father, there is a gap. I simply feel it. Sometimes there is the sounds of barking dog here in the night. Gong, gong, gong. Between the first gong and the second gong, there is a gap. There's a gap between two breaths. There's a gap between two sounds. There's a gap between two memory. The more you practice resting your mind in the gap, the deeper you will understand wholeness. That is also the most or the deepest root of healing and peace. Hopefully you will understand the message that I delivered to you. This is actually a little bit more advanced message. To the younger generation, maybe it is hard to understand, but no problem. Just save it in your memory. One day when you grow mature, you will understand what I mean by surrender to wholeness. To make the story short, as conclusion, this is the conclusions about surrender to wholeness. As universe cannot remove the night, as ocean cannot remove the wave, as rose cannot remove the thorn, in the same way you cannot remove the negative things in life, because negative and positive is like a pair of soul wings. How can rose remove the thorn? How can ocean remove the wave? Sadness and those inner darkness still remain inside you. Even when you attain perfect enlightenment, the inner darkness is still there. But please remember, darkness is not here to attack the light. Darkness is here to brighten the light. That is the conclusions of surrender to wholeness. Hopefully, the light which flowing through me will dispel some of your inner darkness. Hopefully, this beautiful message will remain here for countless time, dispelling countless inner darkness. Thank you. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace in the lower, peace in the middle, peace in the upper realm. May all beings are happy, free from suffering. Sabisata Bhavantu Sukhitata. Sarvesam Shantir Bhavati. May all souls blossom into peace.